So I like to start by removing the skins from our sausage meat. So take a minute to slice open the sausage, remove all of the skin and pop the meat onto a plate or in a bowl and stick it to one side. Next we move on to our onion. Take a nice big white onion, chop it in half, remove the skins and then take a few minutes to dice it up nice and fine. You do want it to be fine, but it doesn't have to be perfect. This is a nice rustic recipe. Pop your onions into a bowl or a ramekin and stick them to one side. We prepare our garlic. Take a few cloves, smash with the back of a knife, remove the skins, and then take a minute to get those diced up really nice and fine. And as with our onion, into a bowl and pop them to one side. Next up is our tomatoes. Take your cherry and plum tomatoes. You just simply want to chop them in half. So take your time, chop your way through them, and then as with the rest of the ingredients, pop them into a bowl to one side, ready to cook. And then take a nice heavy bottomed high wall frying pan, chuck in a nice generous splash of olive oil. First we just want to sweat down our onions. Take your time, we want to season our onions. We want the pan on a medium heat and take a few minutes to get those beautifully sweated off until they're nice and soft. And then we chuck in our garlic. Sweat this down for another few minutes. And then we chuck in our sausage meat. Soon as it's in there, start to break it up with the back of a spoon. Give our sausage a good season, and while we're cooking off our sausage to get a nice bit of colour on there, just keep breaking it up as much as you can. Once you have a nice bit of colour on your sausage meat, chuck in a nice big dollop of tomato paste. You want to roast off the tomato paste for a good couple of minutes. And then we want to deglaze with a nice splash of red wine. Just give that a few minutes to burn off the alcohol. Once it's beautifully reduced down, chuck in our halved tomatoes. We want to season our tomatoes. Keep breaking up the sausage, but be careful not to mash up the tomato too much. Give these about 5 to 10 minutes roughly, until you can see the tomatoes starting to blister and break down. At this point, go in with a nice pinch of dried oregano. Give that a stir through, give it 2 or 3 minutes, and then we finish the sauce with a nice dollop of mascarpone cheese. Add as much as you like to make the sauce as creamy as you like. Give it a taste, and if you're happy, pop the sauce to one side while we cook our penne. Take a saucepan, and when the water comes up to the boil, season very generously. Chuck in your dried penne pasta. And then take a minute to pop your penne into the sauce. Give it a good stirring through. Chuck in a nice ladle or two of your pasta water. To finish our dish, we want to tear in a nice generous amount of fresh basil leaves. Stir through, and now guys, we are ready to serve my delicious tomato, sausage and mascarpone penne. Pile your pasta onto the plate, and then we want to finish with some Parmesan cheese. Be nice and generous with your Parmesan, and then all that's left guys is to get stuck in. You are going to love this recipe. Give it a try.